recognizing the leader of the third party.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I also want to extend my gratitude for your work over the last nine days. I know it's very much appreciated by all of us here. I want to thank the member for Surrey City Centre for rolling out all the statistics that clearly tell the picture that this transition is happening. This transition will happen. I'm not a big fan of the rhetorical, how do you sleep at night, but I am really trying to sit here and question how we tell our children and grandchildren that we thought about taking this giant step backward in climate action. I'm also trying to imagine a member standing up at the beginning of the 19th century and saying, I like the horse and buggy. I'm not sure, I don't really think that we can build the infrastructure required for the newfound automobile, and I think we should just stick with what we've got and be happy with that. So I don't know whether this is denial of climate change or just let's stick our heads in the sand and hope that somebody else will take care of it, but we are the people who need to take care of it. That's leadership. I'm not pretending that the electric vehicle is the silver bullet. We probably, we can't all afford to roll around in private vehicles. We need to build out transit. But I want to push back on two pretty important things. One of which is that we can't possibly supply enough electricity. I'm a little surprised to hear from a party that believes in building things and getting things done that we can't possibly do this. We can't supply enough electricity. Of course we can. It's just a matter of priorities. This is not a limiting factor. This is a convenient excuse. The same as running out of battery on the highway in northern BC. Most EVs now, including the F-150 Lightning, which a lot of my constituents have purchased to replace their gas vehicles, very happy with. 500 kilometers, even in a province the size of BC, you're just as likely to run out of gas, and that creates safety problems of its own. So these are pretty thin-sounding excuses from my point of view, Madam Speaker. I will emphasize the word defeatist. It just sounds to me like we have no aspiration. We don't think we can do this. Why bother trying? And I just don't see how that's really relevant in this emergency that we're facing. Transportation emissions are up 18%. We need to set targets that we can achieve. They are achievable. We need to set targets that send the right signals and push us in the right direction. This is not a limiting of freedom. People will be able to roll around in internal combustion vehicles probably for another 50 years. They might be buying them used, which is not a huge impingement on their freedom. People are still playing LPs on record players. That's their right. They will pay a premium for that. They will be the oddity of people who just decided they didn't want to progress. They didn't want progress, and that's their right. I just, when I hear the Car Dealers Association quoted, I really want to point out that there's an extreme bias here. The amount that car dealers make from maintaining internal combustion engines, which are extremely complex, have taken 100 years to get right, and we now enjoy the fruits of that 100 years of technological innovation. But there's a lot of money to be made from maintaining vehicles. Not so much with electric vehicles, and that's the way. Those are the market forces that are at play. I don't need to go any further. It's obvious that the Green Caucus will not be supporting this. I'm disappointed that in 2025, climate science is, pretty much impossible to debate, except for those who don't want to deal with it and look it in the face. I'm disappointed that we have to look at a bill like this. We've made some progress. It's not perfect. There can be adjustments to be made, but the repeal of the entire act that has shown progress and is moving us in the way that we all know we need to go, whether we like it or not, can't be supported, and obviously be voting against. Thank you, Madam Speaker.